in October I was diagnosed with tonsil cancer. So I have cancer all through my neck. And so I had to quit work. I, eventually didn't have a voice and I couldn't swallow anything. And so I had to take the girls out of school, and we went to go live with my parents, and they took care of us. And she called me. It was very interesting because I don't think she realizes. She called me on my cell phone, and I was in the hospital. I had to have an emergency heart surgery because my port broke and a piece went into my heart. She called me. I'm in the hospital, and she said, "This is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to pay your rent, and I know that your parents live out in Oberlin, so I want the girls to go to the Amherst school." And I was like, oh my gosh, and here I am, like I just came out of heart surgery, I'm like ready to cry. And I was in the hospital for, I think, 3 days or something, I don't remember. And I really, this was before Christmas, and I wanted to make sure, even though the girls had been out of school, they still went to the Christmas program and did all that stuff with her, but we couldn't really make it to the Amherst, because I had chemo and radiation every single day. I had to go to the hospital every single day. And we couldn't really take them to school, so that was really hard.
So she's been helping you with rent?
Yes.
And how old are your kids?
I have a 4-year-old. Well, she turned 4 recently, and a 2.5-year-old.
And they're
here.
They're here also.
Yeah, 4-year-old's right next door.
Okay, and so she's helping you with rent and with daycare.
Yeah. Free daycare, and she paid my rent. Yeah.
It's almost like this sort of generosity is just kind of like unheard of these days.
Yeah. It was really surprising, and I didn't expect anything. I was more worried about being sick. I wasn't even thinking about, well, actually, anything. But it was really a huge weight lifted off of me. But even almost as important as that was, I hate to get into this, but when my husband left, and suddenly I had the job, and he left, and I didn't have daycare. I told you, I would not have gone anywhere else. I called immediately. Like, this is the first thing I think of when my husband leaves. I called immediately, can I get my girls into your school? And they actually, moved things around. Yes, absolutely, bring them in. I cried, not because my husband left, not because I had to take another week off of work to try to work things out, but because I knew that they were going to go to the best school. I can't tell you how much I cried. I told you, I've seen other schools. I've worked in other places. And I worked here for 7 years because this is there's no place like this. And I'm certified. I know about early childhood education. And And also, as I told you, I'm still friends with some of my students who I used to change their diapers. Mm-hmm. The one girl, she's a sophomore at Ohio State, and she was 1.5 when she was in my class. And I see how they have developed, and I see how amazing they are from that beginning. Of course I want that for my girls. Of course.
This place is like a family, this place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm still friends with the teachers I used to work with in 1989. We still hang out. I'm still friends with them. Yeah.
Wonderful. So you think it's a great thing that she's doing this for everyone?
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Wow. Not you put me on the spot there. I don't know. I think the biggest thing for me is that my girls just love their schools so much. They just love it here. When we leave, they cry and they say, "Bye, school. See you tomorrow." And you wouldn't get that anywhere else. And I know that because I've seen other places. I know what it's like.
And what does that mean to you that your kids love school like that?
I have never seen my girls happier. And as soon as they could come back here, they were counting the days till they could come back to school from me being better. And it was so important to them. And it still is so important to them. And they're so happy here. And they know Friday's like the last day of the week and they have to wait till Monday and stuff. And I know it's not that they don't like being at home, but it is just, I know I'm doing the best thing I can for them. I know that. And that's a really good feeling as a parent, knowing that this is the absolute best thing you can do for your kids. And being a teacher, I'm a teacher. What else? Of course, that's what I want to do the best for my kids.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.